So the first one says, even the sound clouds this morning cannot manage such skirts, as by Sylvia Plath. And the other one says, life is a huge dream, why work so hard, by Lippo. I really want it to be a surprise. You know, I really want that to be like a little gesture through poetry, by displacing something that is not meant to be there, or that all of a sudden becomes a surprise or becomes a gift. It's this idea of like discovering, you know? People like to discover things. I'm going into the thrift stores to sew them in different parts, like sometimes hidden, sometimes just like a regular tag. I don't tell anyone in the store that I'm doing it. I don't ask for permission. It's kind of like poetry bombing, with this idea of making poems more accessible to a broader audience. All of a sudden, these poems that are maybe forgotten, maybe not so read, left behind, and then putting them in something that is every day of our life. Every day of our life, we dress up. In labels, it's kind of like a gift. It's a little message. Even the voice of the garment, like the cloth is talking to you. I am realizing what cloth calls my attention as I'm doing it more. And I start realizing, like, oh, that poem functions a lot better in that specific place. And in thrift stores, there's a lot of clothes, so there's a lot of competition between the objects itself. So there's one of Lippo that says, life is a huge dream, why work so hard? And I've been sewing that one inside men's pants, but in the inside part. So kind of like when they open the pants, they look down and they just like read a little poem. You can't miss it. That idea of like clandestine, like bombing, graffiti, I kind of like that a lot. Maybe I like the risk, I like the adventure. For that has a lot to do with it. And then in the thrift store it's funny because I go in there and no one really knows. Who would say that I am in between the clothes sewing labels? So the ladies come around and I make myself like I'm really looking closer into the fabric or something. No, they really don't. It's very unexpected. Lotus House is a shelter for women that's helping them to establish themselves again in societies. I started hosting a sewing workshop and sharing this project with poems with them. It's nice. They like it a lot. You come like this, and when you have the loop, you put it inside the loop. Yeah. Them themselves start talking between each other and exchanging memories and exchanging stories, and then one brings the album from her bed. Anything very simple can just bring us together. Anything can be an excuse for a relationship. Eventually it's about people. It's about us, together. Here, take a picture of me. I don't think that this is a project that I'm gonna finish after the poetry month. It's over. Just like leave poems all over the world, wherever I am. Kind of like a self-publisher, like a publisher. I become a publishing company of poems.